Get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready. If you use Jiffy Pop, use Jiffy Pop. Because here we go. Oh, you gonna tell me that early? Well, it's a matter of time before the doors get blown off. You know that. So now that the doors done been blown off, ooh, Riley, you not first, but I'm glad you're here. So this is the friend, the parent. Oh, you finna find out a lot of what's been going on now. Absolutely. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door. What's up, Brick City? This is Trisha Morris, ladies and gentlemen. The lady whose children was in this video that has shocked the world. Now, let's find out more about Trisha Morris. Not only is she a friend of Tiffany Haddish, she was also a stand-up comedian. When the skit was made, she took the money. Then she wanted Tiffany Haddish to take care of her career. She wanted Tiffany Haddish. This is all after the tape. She wanted Tiffany Haddish to take care of her career. And when Tiffany Haddish told her, I can't do that for you no more, she said, well, I'm going to go file a lawsuit. And was holding this video as the weapon against Tiffany Haddish as an extortional money pull. This is why lawyers pulled out of this. Lawyers pulled away from this because they saw this as a money grab. They said, oh, this is a money grab. But I'm going to let Trisha Morris tell you more about herself.
It is a pleasure to be here and for all this wonderfulness and gratefulness and all this women's power. Like, we don't really understand as women how powerful we are and how we can just move and shake and make things happen. And that's what my journey is about. I started off really, really hard. I ended up in foster care at a late age. I wasn't like a little kid who grew up in foster care. I got into the system at 12, 13, 14, when we wasn't getting adopted, with no home. I don't care how many ponytails I put in my head. Well, nobody tried to adopt me. You know what I'm saying? So I started off on a really, really rough road, and I managed to turn my miracles into my mistakes. I decided to write a book called Miracles of My Mistakes. And this is the book that I wrote. And what this book tells, it tells my story. It tells how I ended up with 5 children, being married 4 times, being a victim of domestic violence, ended up homeless on the street with 4 children, living in my car. This book is a story of survival. This book tells you how to pick up wherever you at and put your life together. When I started writing this book, I was, like I said, it was 1992. I was going through some stuff. I was actually living in my car. I was homeless. I left my husband. He was beating on me while I was pregnant. And my friend was like, oh, girl, you can come and stay with me. So I drive from Detroit to California only for her to tell me, girl, I know you really gonna leave here. I can't stay here. So me and my kids actually ended up in my car. And
there will be a follow-up video of...
Whoa! You see that? Now, she has been married 4 times and have 5 baby daddies. Married 4 times, 5 baby daddies. That's why the young girl who's now 22 is doing the lawsuit. She has custody, guardianship rather, of the young son who's 7, because she's not in any position to do this lawsuit, because she's already tried and failed. I told you this was a money grab. Now, ain't nobody said the video isn't bad. The video is terrible. We know the video is terrible. Tiffany Haddish has been taking herself out of the equation as far as the Aries Spears thing. She's claiming that she didn't know that they filmed that scene. The scenes that they filmed, she didn't even know. She just left the kids in the care of Aries Spears. Basically, kind of alluding to like, sue him, don't sue me. Because she's like, I told him to take the video down and he didn't. And then Funny or Die took it down. But she claims she told Aries Spears to take the video down when it aired. And she saw the finished product. She said she never saw the finished product until it was already released. Now, let's get even more suspicious and crazy, because Tiffany Haddish said a very key word. She said to Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked, she said, and her team, they said, Tiffany was like, I was tired of being extorted about this video. She was relieved that the video finally came out so she could put it behind her now. Can't nobody use that to extort her anymore. Now, here's another thing. This is Tiffany Haddish's birthday party in 2020. Who's in the background? right there at a birthday party. The woman who's supposed to be so outraged by the video with her kids in it that she's suing Tiffany Haddish, she at the birthday party in 2020. So how did you get an invite to the birthday party if you saw out your kids going through all this trauma and the woman you claim is responsible who took your kids without permission and all that? You are having the time of your life at her damn birthday party in 2020. You just sued her in 2019. I told y'all what this was. Y'all came with all this political, liberal garbage. Oh, the video out there, Tiffany Haddish did that to them poor kids. They're in trauma. I'm like, this has nothing to do with it. The video is terrible. We know that. Tiffany Haddish has even said it. No one has justified it. But y'all keep making the excuses when the main facts of the case is this is a money grab. I don't have no reason to defend Tiffany Haddish. I told you this. I have no dog in this fight. I don't work for her publicist or nothing. But what you saying is clear cut and evident. Now, the only thing I was saying to Tiffany is, why are you inviting a woman who just sued you a year ago? Because she's extorting her. She wanted her to help her out with her stand-up comedy career. When Girls Trip hit. Once Girls Trip blew, she thought Tiffany had more money than she did. This is the common problem that happens with black folks. We look at everybody's pocket and we start saying, man, she go on Girls Trip. That movie blew up and made a lot of money. I know Tiffany had to get millions now. You count somebody else's pockets. You don't know what bills they got and what all they got. That put her in position to get some money. And before she can even get any kind of money, you would have got more out of her by being her friend. But you so stupid and money hungry, you went with this play of extorting her so she can help you out in your stand-up career. And she said, I got tired of being extorted. As I stated from the very beginning, now that all these details have started to come out, oh, watch tomorrow. Watch tomorrow how everybody jump on this. Watch everybody jump on this tomorrow. Then they're gonna be, oh, well, that still don't mean, the kids, man. It's all about the kids, man. That video, man. Yeah, the video is bad. It shouldn't have been released. Shouldn't have been made. Now, why is she at this party? That video was made in 2007. That party had to be like 2019, 2020. So, I don't see any mask, so I would say 2019. There's a video though, yes, a film that was made which she was paid for and got her money. She didn't care about the video no more. She using the video. She care about her stand-up comedic career. She keeps asking Tiffany, okay, now you got to help me out with my career. If you don't, and I'm going to just go ahead and sue them, and they going to see this tape. Now, the tape got removed, and she don't want anybody to see it. Tiffany wanted it to basically to be destroyed. He wanted Aries Spears to take it down. He said no. And he wasn't going to take the video down. And Funny or Die took it down. And she tried to tell him to take it down. But Funny or Die ended up taking it down. And once they took it down, you know, that was it. The video wasn't out anymore. So her other videos that she got is still on Aries Spears' channel. Like when I showed the Cosby, now everybody's showing the Cosby thing now. Everything, now they going into the Cosby thing. Once I show it, now everybody, oh man, where's that at? We got to go see that. Now they going to find anything they can. What am I wrong about? I didn't say the mom requested to have the video taken down. I said Tiffany Haddish asked, Tiffany Haddish, gotta listen. She asked Aries Spears to take the video down. She never saw the finished product. According to Tiffany Haddish, she said she never saw the full video. She didn't know what all they filmed because she wasn't there. She basically left the kids in Aries Spears' care and wasn't there when they filmed some of the scenes. She just dropped them off, which is a neglect on her part. So on that point, she's basically throwing Aries Spears under a bus right then and there. And this new thing, I guess her lawyers and her team is saying dump everything on Aries Spears. It's his production. He put it together. He produced it. He's in the video mostly doing all the crazy stuff. So it's him. So they dumping all this on him. Well, you saying, how do I know Tiffany really said that? You going off of Jason Lee. Because Jason Lee could be sued. So either Tiffany Haddish team or whatever sent that information. But I don't need that information when I have these factual things here that's pointing right at me. Trisha Morris, who's a stand-up comedian herself, was actually paid for her children being in the video. She was very happy. She's a mother, a 4-time divorced mother, 5 children, 5 baby daddies. Living in Detroit, trying to be a stand-up comedian, drives to California, living out of a car, trying to make it as a comedian. She wrote a book, trying to get her life together, but she wanted Tiffany Haddish to help out with her career as a stand-up comedian. Tiffany Haddish said, there's nothing more I could do for you. I can't do anything else for you. She decided to extort her, or try to extort her, with the tape. And you might say, well, where'd you get that from? I got that from her own mouth. Trisha Morris.
We don't really understand as women how powerful we are and how we can just move and shake and make things happen. And that's what my journey is about. I started off really, really hard. I ended up in foster care at a late age. I wasn't like a little kid who grew up in foster care. I got into the system at 12, 13, 14, when we wasn't getting adopted, but no, I don't care how many ponytails I put in my head. Well, nobody trying to adopt me, you know what I'm saying? So I started out on a really, really rough road, and I managed turn my miracles into my mistakes. I decided to write a book called Miracles of My Mistakes. And this is the book that I wrote. And what this book tells, it tells my story. It tells how I ended up with 5 children, being married 4 times, being a victim of domestic violence, ended up homeless on the street with 4 children, living in my car. This book is a story of survival. This book tells you how to pick up wherever you at and put your life together. When I started writing this book, I was, like I said, it was 1992. I was going through some stuff. I was actually living in my car. I was homeless. I left my husband. He was beating on me while I was pregnant.
Now, am I bashing the mother? No, the mother was the one that filed the lawsuit first. Now the lawsuit's being filed by the daughter because she's old enough to do it. The mother tried and it was thrown out. Okay, as frivolous. Now, Tiffany Haddish says she never saw the finished product of the skit. And when she saw it, she wanted Aries Spears to take it down. He said no. Now, it was on Funny or Die, and days after it was on Funny or Die, it was removed. Now, in another video that you haven't seen yet, that I got already uploaded, I was supposed to do that video. You're supposed to be watching that right now. I mentioned and I bring up the actual, y'all remember Cuties on Netflix. Who don't remember Cuties? Remember the outrage over Cuties? Remember the outrage over Cuties? Y'all don't remember Cuties? Right. Remember how everybody was outraged and I said, I don't even want to watch it. I refused to even put that on my brain to watch Cuties. They was, how could they get these little kids to do this? Did y'all boycott Netflix? Nope. Parents went and outraged and had them take it down. Did any of the kids sue and say Cuties ruined my life? Did any of those parents say Cuties ruined my children? My children were assaulted. No, they didn't. It was work. The parents knew what it was. They signed off on it to allow their children to do it. But Netflix ended up pulling it because the parents thought it was disgusting. And it was so much outrage, Cuties had to be removed. Now they're going to basically internet bash Aries Spears for his type of comedy, which has always been edgy and has always been over the top. But I told you this was a money grab because I'm like, this sounds really weird. Then she asked for $15,000. You know, it's like if your kids was really into something like that or they felt like they were really traumatized, you would not be doing all this. You wouldn't be at no birthday party with Tiffany Haddish smiling and kicking it with her. And you felt she put your children in danger and all this bad stuff happening to them. You worried about your stand-up comedian career. Why do you think the daughter now who was in the 14-year-old who was there with the 7-year-old is now 22 and has guardianship of the 7-year-old? Because the mother isn't stable. Yeah, he's 15 now, but he's not old enough. So she has to represent him. She now has guardianship over him. And she's only 22. So you start adding 1 and 2 together. This is someone who's looking for money any which way she can get it. 5 baby daddies. 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. 4 marriages. Came up out of domestic violence. Came up out of adoption home. She was rough. It was rough. She was trying to survive and was doing anything she could to make it. Then when Girls Trip blew, instead of being friends with Tiffany Haddish, you have these people who realize they see the short path rather than the long game. Well, I got this over her. It's exactly what I told you. When this stuff started pouring out, it ended up being exactly what I said from day one. I didn't know this woman existed a week ago and told you when I start seeing the facts, I said, oh, this sounds like a money grab. Because I'm looking right at the case. I'm looking at everything that happened leading up to it. She got paid for it. Everything. She had no concerns except for, oh, this could damage her career. If I put this out, people will be outraged. If I bring this up, so the tape will be released and I'll put them in that direction. She filed her lawsuit, and each time they knocked it out of court. And Tiffany Haddish took her to parties. You had an invite to her birthday party. You came there and everything. And she's like, look, I can't help you no more. This is it. Oh, everybody is saying now that they had a lesbian affair. All kind of craziness is coming out. Yeah, I heard that. They had a lesbian affair. All craziness. But no, the main problem is people. We're prisoners of the moment because we just now seeing it, even though it's old material. It's bad because nobody has seen it. But it does hurt Tiffany Haddish that it was said the way it was said on Jason Lee's Hollywood Unlocked, that she just left the kids there with Aries Spears and she wasn't there. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. Now it's saying, okay, you was in charge of these kids and you just left them with Aries Spears and took off. And you don't know what happened. So it's like the skit in real life. You just left them with Uncle Pete. So now this makes you negligent. This makes you well, what do they say? Complicit? You an accomplice. So that part that was said could come back to hurt her. Right. Now everybody using that Cosby Show skit since they saw it on my... Right. Since they saw it on my page. And they saw the video I did, the live stream. And they saw the Cosby Show thing. Right. With him being Cosby doing all that, now you see every video using that clip. Well, now they're going to use this one. Now, Aries Spears have been making this type of content for years. Nobody's saying nothing about this one. Nobody's saying anything, right? But they will. No, he's not. But still, this is going to get magnified because of the internet. This is the internet, baby. They're going to magnify it all. Even though it's a skit. It all gets magnified. All of this gets magnified. Even though it's a skit, it all gets magnified. Nobody had nothing to say about that. Now, see? How many of y'all seen that before? Now watch tomorrow. Everybody go running along with it. Just like I seen them do with the Cosby. I see Choke running with it. I'm like, Choke? No cap. That's what I said. Nobody had nothing to say when he was doing this back then. But that video he put out, yeah, that was so far over the line with them kids. Man, that was disgusting. Oh, damn, I gotta put. Are they full? Ain't full enough. Oh, none of this here. I had to set this out tomorrow. Now y'all see, Zeno was giving y'all the truth all along. It was a money grab. Y'all going off of the tape. The tape is actually a video production skit. Is anybody going to jail off that tape? No. Why? You go to pride. But this is going to affect Aries Spears' entire rest of his career. Perspective, from a legal perspective, everything's a go. And everything that happened after the fact with the parent, they wasn't really outraged. The video was taken down. That's why none of y'all really saw it. He comes from Mad TV. Saturday Night Live used to do these little skits. Canteen Boy and all that stuff. I never liked those things there. Eminem, when he played the priest in the music video, hitting on the little boy, sitting on the bed. Nobody said a word. My thing is, don't have selective outrage. Everybody's excuse is, I didn't see it. I never saw that. I'm like, how you didn't see it? I showed it to you. Right, the kids in the hall. A bunch of like 4 gay men. I remember it used to come on HBO. And all they had was gay humor, but they were gay. So it went along with it, but their line of comedy was raunchy and, you know, they thing. Like, I didn't know they were gay. I thought it was just a show. The only thing I knew on there was when the guy used to be squishing everybody's heads. I'm squishing your head. Look, you can't even see it, and I'm squishing your head. That was the only skit I liked on the whole thing. Other than that, Kids in the Hall was just ridiculous. And the best one is when he ran into another guy who was doing the same thing he was doing. It's like a cop convention over there. He was doing the same thing everybody else was doing. Like, I'm squishing your head. He was doing the same thing over and over again. And him, they got into a head squishing contest. Trying to squish each other's head. They ducking and moving. And the one guy came. And he had him. And he tried to squish his head. Dude was... Ah! Ah! And he squished his head. Ah! Kick this chair. Get out of here. Never mess with a pro, buddy. Yeah, that was a good one. Well, Aries Spears is famous now. Well, Aries Spears always been famous. He's been on TV. People knew who he was. That's why he made his own content. When he was on the Best Damn Sports Show, he was on In Living Color. Oh, wasn't Mad TV? I don't know if he did In Living Color, but then he was on A Different World, and he always did impressions. That was his thing. He did impressions of people. Because he had one of the best Eddie Murphys. That's because I spent a large part of my life working second shift. So it's hard for me to go to morning shift. That's like the time I'm asleep, but I got to get up tomorrow. That's what I hate. I got meetings all damn day. Well, tomorrow, on the Patreon, we're talking about the actual suicide that's being ruled a suicide by the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond. You're going to find out the truth of what really went on behind that. We got the truth behind it on the Patreon right now. The Tracy Morgan video with Charlemagne and Mr. C. You're gonna want to listen to that. Nowadays, you don't have to, they'll make a case for you no matter what. You'd be like, there's no case at all. What am I being tried for? Who? It'd be the people. We saw that out video. We're outraged. Lock up Aries Spears. If Tiffany Haddish roll over on dude in the case, then yeah, I mean, he wouldn't go to jail. Nobody's going to jail over this. But no, I got the video already that was supposed to come out. I did the video about Charlemagne actually responding to Tiffany Haddish's thing. So this is before I had all the new information that came out. So that video was recorded earlier. And I was going to do that now. I mean, you were supposed to be watching that video right now. But because all of this happened, that's why that's been pushed back. So when you hear the video, it ain't gonna have any of this information on it. You said something, Matthew's business. Everybody's emotional, but they don't have the same energy to defend those kids that are actually in these situations. Exactly. I brought that up in the video. Man, you came right on time, because that's exactly what I say in the video when we talking about Charlemagne. And I'm like, dude, you can't talk. It's like Black Panther. You may not speak. You shouldn't be saying a word, because Jessica is just on Tasha K lighting you up. So you shouldn't be saying a word. Glass House should not be talking. So that's what the whole video is really about. So that video, I'm probably going, I don't know if I'm going to release it tonight. It's already 1:30 in the morning, so I might just release it in the morning. The police record said that this woman was actually victimized. The only person that was charged for something was Charlemagne. Out of the entire thing, he was the only one charged for providing alcohol to minors. Why was this man picking up minors and serving them alcohol? Why were you at this party? Then he claimed that he left, when her friend and her claimed he was there. So, he's trying to act as if he don't have to respond to this. This thing already cost him a multi-million-dollar HBO deal, right? He had a deal with HBO. That thing was gone. So to tell me that the Jessica thing don't have legs, or it's just some noise, it had enough noise to get your HBO deal canceled. Let that sink in. So tomorrow, we gonna see what it read tomorrow. We gonna see what everything do tomorrow. Absolutely. Oh yeah, my Cash App is Carcino. It is the $ Carcino. Carceno. And you'll see Carcino for life. And then you'll see me with a green shirt on. And that's me. So if you want to donate, you can donate right there. The video with the little boy in it, the one I showed y'all, what music video, that's from Role Model, from the first album. But my thing is, they didn't censor none of this stuff out. But someone like Jessica, y'all quick to say she's lying. Somebody who said they were actually assaulted when they were a child. You've written them off as liars from the jump. That's what you did. Written them off as liars right from the jump. And all you got to do is look at the person. All you got to do is look at the person. How they react to it can pretty much tell you everything. Listen, the police even confirms on the report that something happened to that woman at that party that was against her will. They never followed up, they never pursued it, they never went to anything, but she says she saw him. Eyewitness saying, I saw him. He was doing this to me. He said, I already seen the video on the Patreon too. Charlemagne's wife name is the same name, Jessica. And she resembles the Jessica girl. That is weird. I don't know what to tell them, you know? I don't know what to tell people. Nah. Nah, I'm for anybody who come from hard times and they're fighting and struggling to survive. But it's a way you do things and a way you just don't do things. I never agreed with the way they did things. I always thought that was the wrong approach that they were taking. I felt that was the wrong way to handle it. I just didn't think that would suffice. That was not the right energy. Well, all depends on people. You know, you never know what's gonna happen in this world, man. You never know. You never know who's gonna be the one to take your head off. You never know who's gonna be the one to have your back. You just don't know. You saw me at a Mayweather interview years ago. It was for some fight. You were in the crowd. Okay. Yeah, it's the noise we tell ourselves, isn't it? We tell ourselves there's a law. I rolled past police just now. They ain't pulled me over. Oh, okay. You probably saw the 24/7 thing. The very first episode of HBO 24/7. Mm-hmm. I think Anderson Silva gonna hurt that boy. I think he made his first big mistake. Is thinking that the Spider is just an MMA fighter. The Spider actually had a boxing career. Spider could actually box. That's a bad mistake. He might try to get out of it down the line, unless they didn't work something out behind the scenes where they gonna call this thing a draw. Because Jake Paul will get knocked out messing around with Spider. Spider can hurt that boy with a jab. Who is this broad? What's up? Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. You want a drink?
Yeah, I'll take a Heineken. Yeah. up, y'all? Oh, yeah, my is normally not a good sign. Which machine should I get on? Yeah, I seen I'm gonna win some books. Yeah, I didn't see no money. They had like $1 million. Look what happened. Bam, bam. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get my dragons on. Give me the dragon. Xeno's the last dragon. He possessed the power of the globe. Come on, go! Yes! Blow the fire! Yes! Come on, let's get it. Oh, 875. Which one? God damn it, son of a bitch! Cheating bastards! We'll need a minute alone, boys. They just ripped me off. They just ripped me off. Now I'm angry. Now you done woke up the beauty. You done woke up Xeno. Now it's time to get with me. All right, they got the blue dragon. Blow the fire. Don't you hesitate. Now it's down to 250. Cheap bastards. 40 or 250. Okay, they just gonna screw me all night. Oh yeah, they doing me dirty. You see that, Red? See that, right? See how they cheating me? Slow playing me? I'll spend the whole house money if we got to. The game must fall. I don't like that. I gotta go. I gotta focus. My attention needs to be all here. Because this dragon is falling. They trying to slow play me. I don't dig that. Come on. Load of fire. What the hell are you doing to me? $45? Do I look like a crackhead? What kind of bullshit is this? Yeah, I gotta go.